next stop I'm headed to is west into British Columbia, the 10th and final province in my journey across Canada. After I leave Banff National Park, I'll be entering another national park called Yoho National Park, where I'm going to check out a couple waterfalls, another nice looking colored emerald lake, and a few other stops along the way, where I'll eventually end up in the town of Revelstoke tonight, where I'm staying. Still have a lot of the Canadian Rockies to see, but Banff and Jasper National Park has been one of the highlights of the trip thus far, just in terms of the natural beauty. That has to be the most spectacular peak, though, I've seen of all the mountains. Alright, entering the next national park, Yoho. What a great name. And entering Yoho also means we're entering our 10th province on the trip across Canada, beautiful British Columbia. The crossing into BC also represents the crossing of the Continental Divide. So all the water from this region on heads towards the Pacific, while on the other side of the divide it heads towards Hudson Bay in the Arctic. So when I looked at old maps of British Columbia, I was always like, how the hell did they form this border right through the Rocky Mountains here? And I've eventually learned that is based on the Continental Divide. So basically, this is a map of what I was looking at here, and it's just showing that the challenge of the train descending from the Kicking Horse Pass, which is just west of here, and it comes down the mountain. It has to make some unique turns and go through some tunnels, which was a significant challenge in terms of the engineering. So I've just turned off the #1 highway just for a little short detour that will take us to Takakkaw Falls. I get to drive up this really nice little mountain road. Very nice. Views are already worth it now. So that's the falls I'm headed towards. Wow, spectacular. Pretty beautiful valley. The drive up here was incredible, and I'll stop more on the way down the drive because there's a few spots, but I wanted to get up here first and see the waterfall. So wow, this whole valley is incredible. Wolverines are in this woods.
I'm typically not, but
and there's so much to look at in the natural settings here. You feel the mist from the waterfall as you approach it. Banff and Jasper National Park obviously get the recognition they deserve because of the beauty they have, but Yoho so far has a lot to offer. Found the national park chairs. Always a lovely view. Next up, I'm gonna head to the small town of Field. So this is the town of Field. His own pretty badass water tower. Really nice homes in this area as well. We've got a restaurant here, which I've heard on good authority has some very good food. I do gotta say, it does smell pretty good so far. I've been scuttled once again on this trip. It is 3:30 now and they're closed till 4:30, so I am just not going to have time to eat here. Oh well. It's happened a few times on this trip of places that I wanted to see were closed for that day or for that hour or whatnot. It's a part of traveling. You could do the planning ahead, but not everything's going to work in your favor. But on the bright side on this trip, a lot more things have worked out in my favor. So I'm going to take that W and roll with it. The beautiful town of Field, with maybe an amazing restaurant, but I never had the chance to try it out. Oh well. Okay, let's get back on the highway, and next stop is Emerald Lake. The population of Field is just under 200 permanent residents. And interestingly, in the late 1800s, the majority of population was made up of Italians who probably came over here to work on the railway lines. And they left behind some of the gardens, and their legacy is still felt here today. What a beautiful little town. And the turnoff here for Emerald Lake is just a minute or two away from the town of Field. Just saw a sign saying that the lake parking is full. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot anyways, because I don't know if I'm, or when I'm gonna be back in this part of the world. Alright, parking here is also bonkers. And I was advised at the visitor center in Fields to not even come here, but I'm coming here. I'm seeing this place no matter what. But wow, yeah, parking is also an issue here. I managed to snag a pretty good parking space, so I'm not sure why the guy working at the visitor center in Fields, he suggested I just not come here at all, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, people are going to come see the sights. I get it. They want to dissuade too many people from coming here. But this is a far drive out here for a lot of people. So yeah, I don't really appreciate him telling me not to come here. Maybe I could take this little side journey here. Away from the crowds. All right. There's a main entrance over here. Oh wow. You could always see the color of the lake. So this is not Emerald Lake here. This is called Peaceful Pond. And very peaceful indeed. Nobody's on this trail here. Just me.
Best way to hike is with a dance party. We're not hiking, we're dance partying.
Have a good one. You too. You too. All right. Peaceful Pond destroyed by Katy Perry. Yeah, this is one of the most beautiful lakes I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen 3 of them in the past 3 days. Moran Lake canoe rentals was $180 for the hour, and here it's a bargain of $100. Made it to my hotel, the Frontier Motel and Family Restaurant. Totally road trip style motel, which I like. I've got the sun going down over there. Let's take a look at my room tonight. We have a queen size bed. It's an old and dated room, but it's clean in here. Can't ask for too much more. We got a TV, flat screen TV. And what I like about the bathroom here is, look at, they put the little tape thingy on the toilet. So, meaning it's been sanitized and actually, not bad. It's actually cleaner than I thought. Yeah, not a pretty decent find for a hotel. So this is on my trip across Canada, this is going to be the 30th bed that I've slept in. I reached the 30s. I'm going to unpack. I'm going to do a workout. I got to do my 100 push-ups today. And just chill the rest of the evening. And tomorrow we have another big day. Driving to the town of Kelowna, but we're gonna take a different route, an interesting route, and check out a few spots along the way. So I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. Thanks for joining me on this one, and just what an epic drive that was today. Just wonderful. And I'm hankered, I'm bonkered, I'm ready to have a chill evening. So thanks for joining me on this leg of the journey, which was one of the more enjoyable ones on the trip. Peace. Good night.